You are now listening to Feeding Off
And
Each
in
Other.
3, 2, 1.
Welcome to Feeding Off Each Other, a weekly podcast where we feed off the talent, humor, knowledge, and awesome stories of our guests and each other. I'm Matt Dennison, and I'm joined, as always, by Jason, the man, the myth, the eyebrows, Lucas.
You've used that one already.
I've used it. I told you I had nothing for this one. And joined by Dave, the Salmon Wiggins.
Yeah, used that one before.
Yeah, I've used that one now 3 times, I think. Is it okay? I'm just trying to immortalize it.
Yeah.
And we are at Crankworks, back at Crankworks, and we are here in the Ava hotel room. We've absolutely destroyed this room.
Feeding off each other.
Yeah, it's no longer, you can't sleep in here.
No, it looked like a normal hotel when we arrived. There was a bed, king size bed, I think.
Queen
Size bed.
Queen.
And you guys disassembled it. What was it? Did you unscrew anything?
No, it was all just weight, just slats on top of things.
And then you guys stuffed the mattress into the bathroom.
You guys.
And we have all our gear in the shower. We've unplugged everything.
Yeah.
I don't know if we'll ever. Oh, and we also put our posters up on the wall here with double-sided tape. And
Also,
there's a chance we're going to rip off paint. Oh yeah, we
did an impossible mission. We did
yeah, don't let them know. No, we stole chairs from the
Wait,
pool.
is this a no bueno?
We stole pools from the chair. The people at the Ava are very busy, and we had to just do what we needed to do to put this together, okay? We asked for chairs, and they stressed them out. They get a lot of people asking for chairs, I guess. Yeah.
No one's going to see this.
Yeah. Are you guys excited for Crankworks?
Yes.
Yeah?
Sure. Yeah. It's hard to know what's going to happen.
Yeah.
I feel like it's pretty predictable, isn't it?
Yeah.
I feel like there's a calendar and events and
Oh God, yeah, I know, but I mean the it's like the other stuff, you know, like
what other stuff?
like the parties, the interactions.
Oh, like whether it's going to be enjoyable?
Exactly.
It's going to be great.
Okay.
Oh, that's great. Well, let's get our guests involved here in the conversation.
Yeah.
Let's introduce who we have today. I'm very excited. Let her rip, Jay.
Our guest today comes from humble beginnings, growing up in the northern BC town of Prince George. Since picking up a bike at a young age and hucking off everything and anything around town, he has gone on to becoming a professional mountain biker that has appeared in multiple movies, including starring in our very own film, The Sickest Ever. And also competed in huge competitions such as Redbull Rampage 6 times. On top of all that, he has become an icon of mountain bike meme culture through an infamous event where he was robbed. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Kyle Norbraten to the pod.
We're about to take it back.
You can speak now.
We're here. Thanks for having me, guys.
Is this your first podcast?
It actually is, yeah.
Wow.
It's all downhill from here, man. This is going to be the best podcast you ever do.
And the worst.
Yeah. Yeah, that's
Maybe
true.
We got his P card.
Maybe the only? Yeah, that's okay. You got to finish strong.
Yeah, start strong, finish strong.
We haven't seen you in so long, man. It's been like, I don't know. I feel like I haven't seen you in 4 or 5 years.
Yeah, it's because I got a full-time job as an electrician and
Wait, so do we have to scratch professional mountain biker from the description?
no, I'm still riding, still a mountain bike guy, but I just juggle both of them. I call myself a part-time mountain biker now.
Okay. All right. Well, let's just redo that intro then, starting from the top. No.
Part-time mountain biker turned electrician.
And how have you been, man? How's life?
It's great. We have a 14-month-old baby as well, so that keeps me pretty busy at home. So
2 kids?
one
kid.
Yeah.
14 months.
Yeah, 14 months. Yeah, super exciting. It's a lot of fun. It's crazy. She's just started walking in the last month and a half, so pretty soon we'll get some handlebars under her.
Oh, yeah. What's the progression of getting your kid to ride? Is it the shotgun thing where the kid rides in between your hands?
I feel like it is. I mean, get her on that with the kids ride shotgun,
Yep.
get in the handlebars, then she can get stoked and want to riding bikes and then get her on the run bike, which we have. Just have it parked in the living room for her to just get stoked on.
I feel like the kids ride shotgun thing is it's like a reason I want to have a kid, just to rip around on that thing.
Yeah, totally. It'd be not just my ride anymore. It's our ride.
Yeah. And you can make great content too. You put the kid on your lap, you go down gnarly double black trails, and that's good content.
Yeah, totally. I feel like nowadays people like that kind of content more than actual like quality mountain bike content.
Yeah.
It's a weird world right now, but you either need to be like eating shit big time, doing something funny, or have a dog or a kid with you.
Or risking your life.
Yeah.
Eating shit or risking your life. Yeah. Yep. So what are you up to at Crankworks this year? What you said you didn't even know it was Crankworks?
Well, we knew it was Crankworks. We just been trying to plan a little family trip, get off the coast, do something different. And Whistler's a nice place to go. And it just turned out that Whistler was starting up this week. So we're like, let's just go up for a couple of days, hang out, check the scene, hang out. This lined up because you kind of gave me a heads up. So I was like, this could actually work really good. There's a lot of incentive there.
What's the scene like? What's going on out there? We haven't left this hotel room. So.
We've just been working on this room.
I wanted to mention that our hotel room is number 420, by the way.
Yeah.
And we just happen to be on the same floor, right? You're just like down the...
Yeah. Actually, the other wing. When you texted me that, I was like, oh, sweet, we're all in the same hallway.
Ah.
And then I went down the hall. I was like, there's no 420 on this wing. I got to go to the other one.
So yeah, what's the scene? What's going on here at Crankworks?
Lots of mountain bikers. Lots of people.
Yeah.
Dave's nightmare.
Yeah. Dave's not a mountain biker, so what? He's the lame. Well, I mean, is he? He's a part-time mountain biker. He's been once, I guess.
Yeah.
You sure about that?
It's a thing.
Yeah. A thing going on between you guys?
No, it's... What do you mean? Yeah, what is a thing? It's a thing.
Well, it's like a constant thing that I'm not a mountain biker.
Yeah.
It's just this.
Especially when we have mountain biking legends on the show.
Yeah.
And he's like, who is this?
I'm like, who the fuck? Richie Schlur?
But that's why he's on the pod. We're teaching him.
Yeah.
So he'll be so entrenched in the culture that when he gets on his second and third mountain bike.
No.
Yeah.
I'm never riding again.
Oh, no.
And my goal is to be the most famous non-mountain biker in mountain biking.
Big claim.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a big... I mean, you're in the right place.
I mean, what's the list?
Wait,
Who else is competing for this title?
did we say in an earlier podcast this year that we were going to take Dave on the bike park, the Whistler bike park?
Yeah.
I feel like we mentioned that.
It's been said.
We're here.
We're here.
I feel like I heard that.
I feel like we have
You've never listened to an episode?
I have.
Have you?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
that one episode where we talked about taking you on the bike park, which we should
Yeah.
follow through with. I feel like we didn't bring. Do we have extra
a
stuff?
rental.
Yeah, just get the rentals.
Rentals.
Oh my God, I want to do this so badly now. Do we have time for this?
I don't know.
How many podcasts are we doing? 17?
Dave's like, no, we don't
Really?
have time for this at all.
Yeah. All right. So, what are you looking forward to at Crankworks when you come here? What is there like certain events or things that you pop into your mind that you can't wait to do?
Well, Whip Off's always a fun one. I'm not going to be here for that. So, womp womp. But
Womp
I
womp.
always had a lot of fun doing dirt diaries,
Oh yeah.
which I'm also not doing this year. And just pretty much just like riding and seeing everybody. It's kind of cool because we're all in the scene, but we're not in person in the scene all the time. So when you actually get to see people face to face, or see riders who you're like watching through their whole season, racing, riding, competing, and then you see them here, and it's just, even for us, it's pretty cool seeing guys who are super pro and they're just walking around like normal people.
Yeah, I know, it's
and you
weird.
get to, I don't know, say hi and they recognize you and you're like, holy crap, that guy recognized me.
It's weird walking into the Ava and there's like all these familiar faces.
Yeah, they're all so familiar. It's crazy.
Dave walked into the building and he had a nice conversation with Ryan, our dog Howard, in the elevator.
To me, he was just a guy with a broken leg. We had a good
Right.
chat about broken legs.
Yeah.
And I was like, some nice guy with a broken leg. And Jason's like, oh, that was Ryan Howard. And I was like, oh.
Dave doesn't currently have a broken leg, but he had a broken leg, but he just got the screws taken out of his leg.
Wow. It was many years ago. We've had this story. People are bored of it probably.
He's a non-mountain biker with a broken leg.
It was hockey related, so at least I get points for that.
Yeah. You were just walking down the sidewalk.
I was assaulted in a hockey game.
With a hockey stick?
No, the guy cross-checked me after the final whistle when I wasn't looking, and it torqued my body.
So torqued.
Tib,
Fully torqued him.
Tib fib, NBD.
Whoa.
Nasty.
Barf.
What's we love injury stories. What's your worst injury? Gnarliest.
Man, I haven't had too many bad ones. I had a few good crashes at Rampage where I hit my head pretty good. And that's kind of the...
No broken bones? Knock on wood for you.
I've broken bones, but they've been pretty mellow, like broken bones in my hand and my foot. But they were kind of weird crashes anyways. They're like the ones that you kind of fall over and you put your hand out weird to your foot, and then it's not super dramatic or anything like that. Thank goodness. So we'll just...
Speaking of crashes, we wanted to take it back to maybe our first time seeing you, learning who you are. Do you have any idea what this might be?
Oh.
You know what this is?
I feel like I do.
All right, well, pull it up and let's see. Oh, I think you may have read it. So this is Drop In Season 3, Episode 8.
What year? This was 2003, 4? Do you know?
Oh, it probably would have been. Yeah. I'm pretty bad with years, like memory of which year was what.
So I was in like grade 5 or 6.
Were you watching Drop?
Kyle Norbraten.
So this is
the local PG ripper.
Yeah, they're in Prince George in this
Norbraten
episode.
Takes us to this.
This is our first time
awesome gap.
getting to know Kyle Norbraten. I was probably eating cereal before school, watching you.
This is the Adidas stunt of the week, apparently.
Yeah. Steve Romanek with the goggles. The steez is unmatched.
Jump like this is just basically use your speed.
Oh, yeah.
There it is. Looks the same.
You gotta
Whoa.
Look at that hair.
Not a fleck of facial hair, though.
You gauge your speed properly, because on a jump like this, there's no really room.
Did you build this
for error.
stunt?
If you
I
come up
built
too
this
short,
one.
you're gonna
Yeah,
be
this
hurt.
was a
If you go
zone.
too big,
Is it
you'll
bigger than it
hurt
looks?
as well.
Yeah, it actually is.
So the
really
filmers
big.
get into position.
Can you turn that down just a touch
Kyle's
there?
ready to send it.
Oh, boy.
All right, and here it is. First appearance on Drop In. Boom.
Buddy.
Flips over. Everyone's just looking around like.
What happened there? Because we were watching this before, and we hear from Ryan's perspective here in the interview, but we never hear from your perspective what happened.
So on my run-in, there's like, you kind of start at the top, and I built a little trail that kind of comes with the little run-in, and I'd cut some little trees out, like little brambly trees, and I'd left a stump that was maybe like ankle high. And that caught my pedal. As I was pedaling in, I caught my pedal, which I didn't see, and that's what threw me over the bar. So that's why I'm very intensely walking back up to say, what the heck just happened there? That shouldn't have happened.
No way.
Oh man,
And they were already thinking like, what's
Damn,
this
dude,
Joey
that was
doing?
embarrassing. I'm gonna back up and nail this thing.
Ryan Schneff just says there, this guy's gonna go hit this thing. I don't know. He doesn't even say Kyle. He says this guy.
Guy.
2, 1.
And then you totally redeem yourself.
Great success.
Look at that bike. Look at that.
Cove Peeler?
Yeah, Cove Peeler.
Oh,
Yeah.
man.
And then Steve Romanek
That
hits
looks
it.
big.
It's a sick gap.
Okay, just turn the volume down. Let's just run it in the background. So, what was your emotions meeting up with these guys? Were you stoked? Did you know who they are beforehand? How did this all happen?
I definitely knew who Drop In was, and because I watched the show back then, and at this time I was actually on the Cove Bikes B team.
Wow.
There, and so I was like super stoked to do anything that was video or photo shoot related, because I would go out and build this stuff just to, because I was motivated by movies and all this stuff. So when I heard they were coming to town, they went to the bike shop. It got linked up through the bike shop. So then they said, why don't you tour these guys around a couple of things. I think I was in high school at the time, so I really had to do school and then go out afterwards with these guys.
So you crash immediately. Was that your first run?
Yeah, that was like I was
So
going in. I'd done probably like some run ups, but that was like my actual run to like hit the gap, like guinea pig the gap. and I wiped out.
And it's been on TV hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of times.
Yeah, that's what everybody sees.
And now it's on a podcast.
Yeah, it's made its way back.
Sorry. Yeah. So how are you feeling right after you crash? Are you like, oh my God, these guys are gonna kick me out of here?
Yeah, well, I was thinking they were already kind of, because it's promo. He's like hit the biggest stuff in the world at that time. He's hitting mega road gaps, and then they're touring all the local stuff, and then here's me, like, not this name or anything, but just this local guy. So they're probably thinking, like, is he capable of this? Is he gonna be sketchy? Like, he just ate shit on his run-in. Mm-hmm. We should probably pack it up. Like, get this guy out of here.
Were you getting any respect from the guys? Because like in the interview there, it seemed like maybe there was a little bit of a lack of respect.
I think I don't know. They didn't disrespect me to my face. I don't think they were disrespecting
That's
me.
good.
I think they were just like hyping it, like, dude, this dude doesn't know what he's doing. Maybe.
I mean, it's nerve-wracking too when you just meet someone and then like,
Yeah.
we're gonna turn on the camera and send it for us.
Totally. So I think they just wanted to make sure I wasn't going to kill myself on their set.
Yeah. You mentioned the word Joey, and I feel like it was you guys who taught me, and maybe perhaps the world, the word Joey. What is a Joey, first of all?
Okay. Disclaimer, I don't want to offend anyone with the name Joe or Joey.
Oh, that's so fun.
But it's kind of like not in the same context, but people with the name Karen. People get Karen'd. But Joey, I'm not even sure, just came up as just like Joe Bonts, the line, like you just kind of like don't really know what you're doing. You're going out there just kind of goobered out.
It's like the Jerry of the ski world. It's the Joey.
Jerry, yeah.
I thought it came from a baby kangaroo.
Technically, it does.
Wrong.
Okay.
Wait, what? For real? Why? What's the connection there?
Because a baby kangaroo is called a joey.
What? Yeah, but how does that?
Because like a baby animal would
Clumsy.
try to jump around, clumsy.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't know. Made sense to me.
Yeah.
But the Joe Bonts thing, like where did Bonts?
Yeah,
It's so funny though.
so
There's
deep.
just this lingo that evolves as like a one word starts and then it evolves into whatever kind of feels good to say.
Yeah.
Like muddly, mudgin, mud.
Joe, Bontsy.
Joe Bonts.
All right, well, this makes perfect sense.
And like someone hits a jump super weird and kind of nosedives it, he just Joe Bonts it.
I adore
Who's Joe
it.
Bonts?
Yeah, is there someone named Joe Bonts out there in the world?
Actually, there is a Joe Barnes, and one time VZ
He's listening now.
VZ was cracking up because they were announcing at Crankworks or at an event, and they kept saying Joe Bonds, and VZ was cracking up because it sounded like he was saying Joe Bonds.
That's Nick Genovese. VZ, you say?
Yeah, Nick Genovese. Yeah.
Oh
And
my
he's
goodness.
just cracking up at that because kind of in like we were just like had that term rolling.
Okay, so is there who invented the word Joey, the use of it for noob mountain bikers? Do you know?
I'm not sure who actually started it. I don't know.
Because now it's everywhere.
Yeah, it's just
And I feel like we've milked the crap out of the word Joey now at this point.
yeah.
Music videos, shirts, stickers, all that.
It's just I don't know. I definitely can't take credit for it because I don't know because I've made up so many names and nicknames and words and phrases that it all just kind of comes naturally saying it. So I don't know if it started from one of us or if we just picked it up because
Yeah, I wonder.
I wish I knew the origin.
I think you should stake a claim to it.
Yeah, you could do it right now, and this would be like the official claim. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
proclaim it.
Yeah.
I feel like Joe Bonds. I feel like I can't.
You can't take credit for it.
Can't,
Well,
but
I just remember being.
I feel like it's close.
I remember being young filmmaker, way back like decade. You guys had me on some shoots, and we were at Sushi Village, and you guys are, I think you guys are all super cool, and you guys just keep laughing at Joe Bonts, and it makes no sense to me, but for some reason I'm like, well, they think it's funny. I think it's funny too, and then it just to this day, 10 years later, it's still the funniest thing ever. Just Joey's out there in the park, bouncing themselves.
Yeah.
How do the Joeys of the room feel about being called Joeys? Is it okay?
I'm not even a Joey.
You're not a Joey.
Pre-Joey.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If we get you on that rental bike and get you geared up,
Then I'll be a Joey.
you could be a Joey out there.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, we should do that. Should we take Dave on the heli drop?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good. That'll just be a nice hour or two of your life.
Yeah. At the end of my life.
Oh, just to be a Joey.
Yeah.
All right. Well, so that was the first instance that we ever came across your name. And I would say probably the next time that we came across you riding was probably the Coastal Crew videos, probably Vimeo.
Yeah.
Like the first 10 episodes of the Coastal Crew. So
Yeah.
can you explain what the Coastal Crew was?
The Coastal Crew was Dylan Dunkerton, Curtis Robinson, and myself. And we were just making content together at the time. This was back in 2007, 2008-ish. And then it all kind of went from there. We just got a camera, I think Canon 70. And just started making our
70,
own.
Yeah. Legendary.
Yeah, very cool camera.
Yeah, and we just the three of us. They had been working on crank videos with Bjorn Enga at the time and doing that, and so we'd help with some segments. We got our own segment, which was pretty huge. It kind of blew up on the internet.
That was in Cranked 5? No, 7? Crank 7?
Crank 6 or 7.
Yeah.
No, maybe 8. Oof.
Oh, God. It's too many cranks.
Yeah. But we had that segment, which was pretty breakout. And then after that, because web videos weren't really a thing, so we had a little bit of an online blog that we'd kind of just post some pictures. There wasn't even Instagram at the time.
Go to the Vimeo there, Alonzo, on the third down, I think. Go one back. Yeah, see, I don't know if these videos are still on Vimeo because of the music copyright issues. But click the Coastal Crew there. Go back as far as you can in the library. I hope the trailer's there because it'd be cool to watch that right now.
Yeah, man, we did a lot of cool stuff through 2009, 2010, before we actually started making movies. Because when we were doing the web videos, it was our own thing. We were just filming content and ideas and other riders and our trips, and everything is so fun. And we were using whatever music we wanted.
It's the Wild West.
We weren't making any money off it. We weren't. It wasn't one of those things.
I feel like we've said it before to each other, but you guys were one of the original YouTube vloggers. You know how now people are just, this is what they do for their livings, but you guys just did it.
Right.
And that was before anyone else that I knew was filming themselves doing trips and talking to the camera and kind of giving you a behind the scenes, other than, you would see mountain bike movies that were just finished, polished products.
Yeah, totally.
The demo there, Big Al. Webisode demo. I think it's this thing, 46 seconds long, that I think changed my life. For real, though.
Awesome.
Play the music. Screw it. Play it. This was, what was this? You explain it.
This was the demo reel. So kind of a max mix up of, it was a mashup of everything from our videos of the series, to kind of show what we were doing and what we were all about. Because Dill, that's crazy.
Is that you?
Yeah.
Wow, I'm
Just
good.
stuff I forgot about.
What makes it crazy?
2009. Crazy. I just forget about a lot of things that we did in the past. It's that was really sick, actually.
Yeah. So this was just a demo to show you what you guys could do, and had you what were you trying to prove at that point? Why did you need this demo?
I think we were trying to get sponsorship support, and we were just kind of doing our thing. We didn't know, we didn't know our own worth or our value. We didn't necessarily have a definite plan at that time. I don't think. We were just stoked on making videos.
Were you on Specialized bikes at that point?
No, at that time we were on Scott bikes.
Right.
But yeah, we kind of had a lot of freedom to do our own thing.
Yeah.
I don't even remember how we funded it, to be honest.
Well, that video, I said it changed my life. I feel there was it was you and Nick Genovese making videos on DSLRs that just look so good. It was unbelievable that you could get, for me, to see that you could get that picture quality on a DSLR. And it inspired me to get out there and try. And then sure enough, I got a DSLR, I got some shots, and it looked like crap. And there was still something missing. It wasn't just the camera. There was some secret sauce that you guys all had to make, these brilliant little short films.
Yeah.
Did you realize like how, I guess that demo there, did you realize that you guys were onto something? Like what was the reception?
We knew what we were capable of because we all had pretty like high quality control for the filming, the shots, using like the right light, everything that we were shooting, you know, get the riding right, get the shot right. So we did know that we were trying to put out quality content. That was the whole goal, was to make something that was like a step above anything that would be out there already, of just like clips or videos and stuff like that. Because we've obviously been watching movies and like mountain bike movies and short films and stuff like that. So we knew that we could do quality stuff, and that's what our goal was.
And you guys were all in front and behind the camera. You guys all took turns shooting. Is that right?
Yeah. Majority of it was Dill shooting and kind of like taking control of cinematography. Kurt would shoot, I would shoot. We'd kind of like share those roles, but Dill was the master editor. He'd just have like those skills behind the computer to edit and cut everything together and make it look really good. And we would just build lines and ride and go travel around BC, and I think we did like Sea Otter in Oregon, and then eventually down to like Vegas and Rampage when we started first doing that. Just making content out of everything that we were doing.
Did you have a moment where you felt like things were changing? You guys were becoming successful, becoming pro riders, getting the sponsorships, all that? Was there a turning point?
Yeah, I mean, we were being recognized, and then we were getting sponsors and support through like product and that. And more people were recognizing us as Coastal Crew. Like, we'd come to these events and people would want to ride with us or have us test their product. Stuff we were working with SRAM and RockShox, which was really fun. So when we started doing more of that, I was like, okay, this is like, we're living the mountain bike dream right now. And I'll always call it like a lifestyle job, because it's just always been, we're riding bikes, making content, and that's the most fun thing to do. But it's also just like a lifestyle more than anything. A lot of the time we'd just lose track of what day of the week it was. Because it's like Saturday's the same as like a Tuesday.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
How did you balance the kind of work and play where you're doing what you love for work, but you're turning into a job by filming and having to do all this extra stuff? Did you feel like sometimes you just wanted to go for a ride, drop the cameras?
We actually did still do a lot of that. Before we started making the movies, we would just be like, oh, should we go explore the Alpine today? And we would just go do that. If we weren't actually shooting something, it was pretty casual back then. Then yeah, we just, we'd go on like a bushwhacking safari and drive around in the bush and go check out the view or go find a new zone or something like that. It wasn't until we started making actual films where we teamed up with Anthill and created Second Base that then everything became more structured, because we were scheduling shoots, riders, locations, all those way more specific logistics that made things like, okay, there's an actual job, and now every day of the week is a work day.
Yeah.
But it was still fun because that's what we enjoyed doing.
So that was life-changing for me. And the thing is, I'll be with, I don't know, you or Curtis or Dylan, whoever, and I'll be like the young fan, like, yo, you guys made the sickest videos. You guys don't realize how much influence you had. And, occasionally someone will say that to us, like a fan of ours on Mahalo My Dude, and they'll, and I just think this is exactly how I feel about you guys. When kids come up to us, I'm like, seeing how much impact you guys had, it makes me value kind of what we do and makes me realize, like, we're affecting people's lives. Did you realize how much impact you were having at the time?
Well, yeah, I totally agree with what you're saying, because I did feel the same way. It's like, I don't realize how much of an impact that we had and that I had, and that what we were doing was everybody was watching it at home, and that's what was motivating everybody, until you start getting messages that people say, oh, I watched Coastal Crew videos, or I watched your videos, and so it made me buy a bike. Like, that's why I got into biking, and that's why I started filming, and it's so humbling, and I still don't think of myself that way. Like even when people happen to recognize me and they look at me and say, "Hey, are you Kyle?" And like, yeah, and it's still like I'm just kind of shocked that they even recognize me.
They say Kyle? They don't say Norbs?
Actually, a lot of people say Norbs. I'm just not used to calling myself that. But yeah, it's super humbling because I don't think of myself like that. I think I'm still that Grom guy looking up to like Cam Zink and Kyle Straight. Like I just saw Kyle Straight in the Village, and I've seen him 100 times. We've competed at events together and everything, and I'm still like, oh, shoot. Kyle Straight just said hi to me and he gave me a hug. Like, man.
And he stole your wallet.
Yeah, he robbed me.
Once again.
Not again.
No, it's just super humbling. I still don't realize the impact that we had, and that I continue to have. I just try to just do good stuff and be a good human with mountain biking and everything that I'm doing.
So what was happening there towards the end of it? Why did you guys part? I mean, is the Coastal Crew still a thing? Because I phrased that question as what was the Coastal Crew, but then I realized maybe it still is a thing, but it's just Dylan and Curtis now.
Yeah, it's hard for me to say, and it's kind of, we could go down a pretty long rabbit hole here, but we all parted ways. I don't know if they still call themselves the Coastal Crew because we were basically a tripod. We were 3 parts, and when one leaves, the tripod doesn't really stand anymore. And so I think that they just do their own thing in their own way, which is great, and I'm happy they never stopped. But I just had a different direction. There's a lot of stuff that was going on, so I just I kind of veered off on my own path to figure out life and see what else I could do. There's just a lot of changes happening, so
But you also now still make content. You're still shooting photos, still shooting video, whatnot.
yeah. Well, yeah, because I love it. I love riding bikes. I love creating content. That's what I've always loved. Like from when I was first to Grom watching videos and like the VHS movies, I was like, that's what I want to do because I just love mountain biking. I love like finding lines, and I still love that. Like I'll still, instead of going out to shoot a trail, I'll still go out after work and try to find some new zone that's kind of not, it's off the beaten path that I could see a line here and build and get something that I can shoot out of it. So still create content, and Instagram is the platform now that's like very easy to access and just put it out there for everybody to watch. So that's kind of what keeps me like feeding the channel.
Feeding
off each other.
But yeah, and just still do it because I love it.
Yeah, that's great. And you're an incredible rider. Yeah. And would you say you're an incredible actor?
With an incredible director.
Whoa.
Well, that segues us right into the sickest ever. How did this one even come to be? Like, I guess you asked me, or did I? I don't remember.
I feel like
they always selected athletes first. They never selected filmmakers. It was athletes number one.
Are you sure? Because I feel like you approached me. I feel like we'd been talking about some stuff, and then this opportunity came up, but I don't remember exactly how.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I don't know. But the whole genesis of that idea was to make a kind of parody of, oh God, what is that movie called? Kung Fury.
Kung Fury.
Yeah, Kung Fury. Do you know what Kung Fury is?
Well, I think at the time we
will probably watch a lot of it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Have you guys all seen Kung Fury?
Yeah.
Never.
You've never seen Kung Fury?
No.
Oh, it's such a great film. So I think it was, I don't know, I might be wrong here, but I think it was a self-funded.
Yeah.
It was a feature film, but it was short and like it was like a 40-minute film.
Yeah, exactly.
That's still a feature film, right? That's a feature
I think it was
film.
a short film.
I don't think 40 counts as a feature length.
Okay.
Feature length is like
and
80 minutes minimum.
I think it was like I might be mistaken, but I think it was like mostly a one person who like did the acting, he did the VFX himself. I don't know. But it was like very homemade and DIY, and it was freaking awesome. And I feel like it I don't know, it kind of just showed how you can do a lot with a little. So I think, yeah, however I don't know how exactly it started, but all I remember is Kaz and I writing the script for this up until like 6 a.m. in the morning at my parents' house, just roached. Yeah. And the whole idea was, like, I was trying to think, like, what would make a big reaction at the festival? And I thought, what if we make a fake movie trailer, like a movie trailer for a movie that just doesn't exist? and that is the thing. That is the film.
Yes.
So it's like we don't actually have to make like a complete story. We just make it like a trailer, or like a movie trailer. Everybody knows.
The highlight reel.
Yeah. So, all right, let's play it back. Let's watch a little bit of this. When's the last time we watched this?
I actually just watched it like maybe a couple weeks ago.
Every day. Morning.
Well, let's watch a little bit here. So,
In a world where mountain bikers rule, the rules are not always followed.
So we had Kaz here in the balaclava, and then doing the epic stunt, going over the bars into the cardboard boxes. Kaz is a great stuntman.
He was a great stuntman there.
This is so cheesy. The start of this so cheesy, and here you are, turned up a little bit there. So tell us about this costume you're wearing, this character.
Oh man, like full Rambo looking outlaw cop. Those are real bullets.
Real bullets.
Real bullets.
Deactivated or whatever.
Deactivated, yeah. They're heavy and they're sharp.
Yep.
Next time, walk your bike.
Norbraten, master of two wheels, hand-to-hand combat.
That was probably one of the hardest parts.
the karate chop?
Yeah. Kaz was teaching me.
I do remember you guys practicing it for a while. It took you a while.
Yeah.
This summer.
And the whole concept here was
Something different.
Norbs was saving Whistler from rollerbladers that had taken over the Whistler bike park.
Rollerbladers.
Yeah, and we had to put a stop to it.
And we actually went up the Whistler bike park with a team of rollerbladers.
They put in my blood
best
pressure
cameo.
through the roof.
Yeah.
This used to be a
Cam
mountain
McCall,
bike, but a
we
mountain
didn't
bike is
plan for
one
that.
simple rule.
That just worked out so good.
Yeah.
When a mountain bikers walk the bike, mountain bikers get kicked out of the town.
Did you guys tell him to do this voice?
No, Cam McCall came to us and he said, "Can I improvise?" I said, "Absolutely. If there's anybody who can improvise, it's you." So he said, "All right, I want to do like a New Yorker accent," which I don't know.
He just killed it.
Was it New York? What was it?
Can't do this
Yeah.
on your own, Norbs.
I know he's the guy.
Final cut, bro.
He's got the slowest mow in the biz.
Slowest mow in the biz is one of my favorite quotes.
Yeah, there's so many good quotes in this.
If we get caught, we're toast.
We sneak up.
It was so out of character for me to be so serious and such a straight face the whole time. It's
Yeah.
so hard to get the line.
Yeah, how many times did you break when you were...
Oh,
Filming this.
so many times.
And you're go on.
When we were doing the chemical office scenes there, that was probably the hardest because he was just killing me.
Yeah.
I was trying to be so serious and he was just cracking me up. It's
Thought it would be
Absolutely.
a lot of takes.
Yeah, and your writing is sick in here, man.
messy.
Thanks.
Hey, you guys are.
This is Trevor Berg,
Yeah.
member of the trail crew here at Whistler.
Yep.
All the characters are so good.
I think you better leave.
Oh, so you want to play that game?
And then
The
we.
game I play is catch.
This is the stupidest line ever. And the only game I play is catch, and then he throws like a chain ring at you. So yeah, we went up there with rollerblades. This was, you could tell that this was before Vail took over because it was so lenient.
Yeah.
There was like less rules in play, insurance wasn't in place, all that. And
For adventure.
yeah, we just asked the lifties, "Hey, do you mind if we get up there with some rollerblades?" So we got like 4 people on rollerblades. They said sure. We went up there and we rode just the first bit of A-line.
No song. We're going raw.
And they started ripping part of the trail with their blades. And then it was pretty quickly that we got kicked off.
Oh, really?
Once they saw
Yeah.
the wheels going into dirt and leaving rollerblade marks behind, they weren't too happy with that.
Oh, interesting.
We were all over the place, eh? Shooting, riding.
Yeah, we went right to the top of the world and worked our way down. Because as it being like a movie trailer, we just needed the best parts of any riding.
Yeah.
Get ready.
And then we shot at night too. We absolutely busted our balls shooting this thing.
We went hard on that.
Oh, and I just remember at the end, I was so excited to hear that bass boom that we put in, and then and then hear it in the Olympic Plaza.
Oh man, that was the best. And that was my first time watching the whole thing. Was at the event. So
Yeah.
that was insane because I never even saw a sneak peek, and
I refused to show Norbs.
yeah, he wouldn't show me. So
Because it wasn't done until 2 minutes before the event.
No, we were done. No, actually, I was being, I was actually so confident that I thought we were going to do well, that I just wanted to make it like an even more fun experience for Norbs to have, like, because the first watch of anything is priceless. And as the director, the editor, the whatever, like, I know everything. I know what's coming. I know all the errors. I know all the good bits, all that. But I just cherish the first view. So I wanted to like give you that opportunity to see it on the screen. Do you wish I just showed it to you before?
No, I'm so glad that we did it that way, because it was a crazy experience to just see it and hear it with that sound and like all those bass lines and all the punchlines are just freaking hilarious.
Yeah, I feel like there's probably some.
It was so well done.
I feel like every time there's one of these festivals, emotions run high. Whoever comes runner up or third, fourth, fifth, they're kind of upset. And I don't know. Was there anybody upset this year? I know the next year there's definitely people upset that
The year you won this.
Yeah. Do you remember anything?
I don't really remember.
What the hell was that? Big Al, hey.
Alonzo remembers.
You block those sneezes next time, okay? Cut that out. We were on a perfect roll. Oh man. So I don't know. What kind of impact has this had on your life?
That was super fun. That's like a gold medal to have. I've won something at Crankworks.
Do you have the check? Who's got the check?
I think you do. I think
do I? Yeah, I might have a check.
Office.
Oh yeah. Where is that now? Where did we put that thing?
Wasn't that in your closet for the longest time?
Big novelty check.
I wanted to hang that up. Now I have no. Oh, I think I might have some idea where it is. But yeah, we got to put that. We got to hang it proudly up somewhere.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I remember, I think it was the sickest ever. At the time, I was working for NSMB. So the only reason why I could really do this was because they let me just not take time off work, but make this. And then when it was going to come out after the festival, put NSMB logo on it.
Right.
To kind of double dip there, which I think is smart for anybody to do if they can participate in one of these film festivals. Definitely double dip.
Big time.
And I recall that, what the heck was I going to say? I don't even remember. Cool story, bro.
People were mad.
Oh yeah, I remember. And then we won. We had the check, the big novelty check, and we were walking from the plaza to the bar. And one of my bosses at the time at NSMB, competitors of Pink Bike, took a lighter to the Pink Bike logo that was on the check and started burning the plastic on the check. And I don't know if I've said this in the pod before, but yeah, I still hold on to that. Very resentful.
Because the check has a burn hole.
Yeah, but it's memories, so I'm actually kind of happy you did it. Yeah, but at the time, I was so pissed.
Yeah, man, I just got this.
Yeah, I was so pissed off. You're like burning it just because of your personal beef with.
And you won a video that was branded with their name anyway.
Yeah.
Chill.
Yeah. So, anyways, you texted me 3 weeks ago or something, and you're like, "Hey, let's do another one."
I actually legit did, because it would be awesome to do a second one. I do get that a lot. Are you gonna ever make a second one? And you probably do too. And you see the comments, and I've had even industry guys ask me, "Are you guys gonna do a second one? That would be a great pitch."
Check the comments. Okay, here's 1 year ago, 6 years later, and it's still one of the best. Oh wait, no, this is not what I wanted. Sorry, I'm not trying to just stroke my ego here. What I wanted to find.
You sure about that?
I'm still a piece of garbage.
That's not what I wanted. No, I wanted to see a comment that was like, "Where the hell is the video? Where's the movie? I'm still waiting."
Yeah.
There was so many people that were fooled by this.
Big time.
Which I love.
Yeah,
that's the best.
That's what makes it so good. People thought it was for real. Who else is in here in 2020 waiting for the movie?
Yeah, oh man. It was a hoot, man. It was fun. I edited that on an RV in the States in 35-degree weather.
Yeah.
On a laptop.
Yeah, which is wild.
It was terrible.
Yeah.
And then my friend Parker, he did the VO in the RV.
That's so funny.
Yeah.
That's unreal.
Yeah, we hustled before it, man. I'm proud of us.
Yeah, I'm super proud. You guys crushed it. I remember getting text updates. You're like, I'm struggling, but it's coming together.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, that's funny.
It's just because it was inching up to the release date, for the event, but I was never worried.
We got to give a shout out to our friends Haley and Ollie for letting us crash at their house.
Yeah.
That they used to live in for an entire week.
Yeah.
We completely took over.
Yeah,
and their house is, it was a full house, but they lived in the lower floor, and it was basically just one room and then their bedroom. And Kaz and I slept in that living room, took up all the space.
Oh, that's hot.
And Norbs, you didn't want anything to do with the inside of that. It was a bit dank in there.
It was pretty dank and full.
I got worms.
Can you tell us about the tent that you stayed in and the power cord that you wrangled from the house to the tent and all
I
that?
don't even remember the power cord, but yeah, I had a little tent set up pretty much on the front patio because it was so tight in there. Like there's just like barely even couch space. And yeah, I just slept in a tent. I must have kept my bags inside the house, or maybe they're in my truck. Just kind of like lived out of tent and truck for the duration of this shoot while we were up in Whistler.
Yeah, and you were much more comfortable in the tent than inside of a home.
Yeah,
it was a good choice.
You know, sleeping bag, just lay down.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I don't know about a second, but I did tell you my other idea, which I don't want to reveal. But I did mention how we can kind of revisit the Sickest Set Ever in a new next level kind of format. But
yeah,
I hope we can do it.
I would love to.
I still have the bullets. I got everything.
Do you know like porn parodies?
Yeah.
The thickest edit ever.
Go again.
Yeah, I still have all the bullets. We got those bullets from an army surplus store, and it was I remember it was like $200 on just the bullets, and they were completely real, super heavy.
Yeah.
You put those on your shoulder, you kind of crossed it up,
Yeah.
and you had to ride the bike park all day with those things.
Yeah, I was with like a wife beater on too.
Yeah. Oh, we don't call them wife beaters anymore. We call them
Wife pleasers, they're called now. No, that's actually what people call
wife
them.
pleasers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Much better.
I thought it was
people
domestic abuse shirt.
Yeah.
That's what I heard.
I thought it was a Chris Brown top.
So yeah, you didn't have much protection going on there.
No.
And if I remember, you had the bullets like facing in, so they would just jab at your neck.
Yeah, and like in my shoulders and my arms. If I did certain movements on the bike while I was in the air or whatever, I'd get a little poke.
I remember you asking me like, Matt, do I have to wear the bullets this time? Yes.
Yeah.
And you even did the backflip with the bullets.
Yeah.
And those were getting all up in your face, right?
Yeah, I wasn't sure if they were gonna like sling and fall off or what, but it worked out. I don't know. I don't remember how many takes we had to do with that. Maybe just one, but one or two.
I actually wasn't even there. I think Kaz went over with you.
Kaz did a little solo mission because I set up this little setup to get the banger end clip.
Yeah.
We needed a flip. We needed a big move for the finisher. So
yeah. Oh, well, it was good times, man. One of my favorite projects I've worked on, and
yeah, it was a ton of fun.
I love revisiting it.
I would love to revisit and have that conversation.
Yeah.
Maybe for 2024.
Well, let's get into some other stuff here quickly. Oh wait, no, actually, we're gonna have to. Yeah. Okay. Well, let's go with this. Fill in the blanks. Norbs got.
Who's doing it?
Norbs.
Oh, okay.
Norbs got
robbed.
Ding ding ding. You win.
Bazinga.
That was so smooth. Tell us about the birth of this meme. Is this a meme? Do you consider this a meme?
It was a meme. It's become a hashtag. It's like a pink bike way of life. I don't know.
And just tell us quickly, what's the birth? Where did this come from?
It came from, I believe, Rampage 2012.
2012.
It was my finals run, and I had 2 360s in my run, and then I did a huge canyon gap at the bottom, but put it all together, and my result was 10th place. So, like the internet, the internet revolted and had a Norbs got robbed.
It has to be
hashtag.
The internet had your back.
Yeah.
Are we allowed to play this? Or
yeah,
are
we can play this.
Okay.
Let's say.
All right.
So walk us through this a little bit here.
Yeah, this is Rampage 2012. I was first year on Specialized, super hyped. Wasn't sponsored by Fox, but I was rocking their jersey for them. Yeah, I went down the left side, like the left ridge, because I found some lines to link up over there. I think this is where I lost a lot of points, is on the top section, because it's just like a ridge line to kind of connect up to the meat and beans down here. So here comes the first 360.
There it is again.
Oh my God.
And listen to the commentators. They actually think that my second one was opposite, and I think that's where a lot of people watching
Right after this section.
So it wasn't.
It wasn't. It's still same direction, but it was like a 450. So they thought it was opposite. It was actually just like a hard 450. Is what Zink called.
Okay, listen to this.
360 another way. That's really respectable. Hopefully the judges are taking that into consideration.
Hopefully the judges take that into consideration. That was Richie. What was it? Schlu? What'd you say earlier, Dave?
Yeah, I think I said Schlo.
That's Richie Schley commentating. And yeah, right away he said it's like foreshadowing.
It is
for what's about to happen.
Yeah. So.
But he was wrong.
He was wrong. It was still the same direction, 360, but it was just like more like a bigger spin, bigger drop.
How are you feeling in this moment when you pull into the gate?
Oh my God! So it's the best feeling in the world because you've just completed your Rampage run, which has been like a year of stress in the making, and like you finally get down. There's Bill. And you're just so relieved. Like it's just like there's nothing else. Like it's like all your stress and emotions are just washed away because you just survived the run that you wanted to do.
And so technical.
And I did everything that I wanted to do in it, which was great.
So this is pretty crazy. Dave, what do you think about this? What do you think about this 360? Does it look easy? Does it look hard?
I can't even fathom it. I wouldn't even do that, like, just jumping into a lake from my feet.
and like what we're seeing here looks so much smaller than it is in real life, right? Like the terrain is just treacherous here.
Yeah, the exposure, the cliff edges, how steep everything is. And the conditions you're riding. It's hot. It's windy. It's just like stressful.
I feel like this thing is way gnarlier than it looks online.
Big time, yeah. That in real life, that's like only a handful of guys hit it, and I think guys that year were blowing bikes and forks in half.
Really?
I think even recently when they revisited this venue, that was still a big move.
I want to point out the helmets. You guys, like Coastal Crew, you three had the coolest helmets, man.
Yeah,
like the vinyl game is unreal.
Thanks.
You guys are maniacs with the stickers. It looks. How do you guys do this?
I just never wanted anything to be stock. Like I just wanted to have my own touch on my helmets, my bikes. That creates a unique look. It's how I want it to look, and it gives my sponsors great branding exposure.
Yeah. Well. And in the same way that you guys inspired our filmmaking, you guys inspired the way that we like customize our bikes and do all our stickers and stuff.
Yeah, that whole bike, it's not even actually that color. I just added all that neon red to it.
Oh, really? I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Seeing how you guys would decorate your bikes every year was so exciting.
It was a lot of fun too, because I'd kind of get a frame and then I'd be like, I really like this color right now.
65.25.
All right, so you just got your
absolutely terrible score.
Yeah. You're 9. What's going to your head
here? And you're like, what the hell?
I think that I think I hear it and then I'm like,
shrugs. He shakes his head.
I don't think I was disappointed because I didn't really know how to feel. I would always go to Rampage just wanting to put down the run that I wanted to do. If I got a great result, that was like even better. But I always just wanted to ride to my full potential, put down a run in the terrain that I could, be proud of, that I actually got an invite to go and do something and contribute to the sport with. And the result was, I was okay with 10th.
You're okay. So you didn't feel like you were robbed? Or?
And you know what? The whole like Norbs got robbed thing actually played in my favor because it was so huge. If people didn't feel that way, I would have just got 10th and nobody said anything. Nobody would have even remembered that.
Yeah.
There would be no Norbs got robbed hashtag. There would have been no
cultural impact.
Yeah, that culture impact.
Still to this day on Pink Bike comment section, you'll see, whether it's the Norbs got robbed being used literally or some sort of play on something got robbed. Totally. It's evolved, and it's still alive.
Yeah, Norbs got jobbed.
That was my favorite one recently in that interview you did.
The electrician job, Norbs got jobbed. Yeah. Oh, man, that's good.
Yeah, totally. If anything comes up on Pink Bike, guaranteed there's going to be a comment that has some context to that. So it's just like, I don't think it'll ever die.
No way. It can't. It's good. It's a good meme.
Yeah, I'm okay with it because it's just one of those things.
Were you surprised when you got back from Rampage and you're like, what the hell? Like, holy, because you probably didn't in the moment realize what had happened.
No, I didn't. I didn't realize like how crazy that was. And at the time I was riding for SRAM and RockShox, and RockShox actually did like a really cool like headliner page. I think it was on Pink Bike as one of the headliners. And it was like Norbs got robbed. I think something along that line of like a header. And I was like, holy shite, man. It was actually like really big. It was better than winning, I guess, other than like having that result. But
how did it feel to have the internet supporting you?
It was great. It was just cool to know that people are watching, people are invested, people actually cared about, you know, the event. And I think people are always passionate about judged events because they can, you know, have their opinion with one person versus another with their runs, which actually judging is very hard when it's like that. That's why racing is nice, because it's just time. But yeah, just having that many people passionate about, you know, wanting to see me have a better result is pretty cool.
Was it the same year or the following year? Were you in Rampage once or more than once?
Rampage?
Yeah.
6 times.
6? Oh. Well, I did my research, eh? 6 times.
I knew that.
Jesus.
6 times.
Cut that, okay? I'm a huge fan. Trust me, I'm a huge fan. You changed my life, dude.
It was in the intro.
It was in the intro? Yeah. Okay. That's fine. Just cut that.
No, leave it in.
Well, okay, my question is, was it that year or a following year when the announcer said Norby, as they call him?
Yeah.
Was that the same year?
I feel like that would have been like a later year.
Later, yeah.
Maybe like 2014 or 15 or something.
So I mean, when I was watching live at the time, and I immediately thought that was hilarious. I was watching live. I was so excited to see it. And then they dropped Norby, as they call him. And the thing that's funny is that nobody called you Norby. They called you Norbs.
Yeah. Totally, man.
So then I made a meme, actually, and I posted it on Pink Bike. This is like, what, 8 years ago now?
Yeah, it would have been. It would have been a long time ago.
And it was just a picture of you, and it was the classic top text, bottom text, and it just said Norby, as they called him. That was it.
Nobody calls him that.
Nobody.
Right.
Yeah. Just couldn't catch a break out there, huh?
No.
Just a man of the memes.
The memes. The memes.
Uh-oh. What's going on? Big Al. Killing it. IT. Genius. Did you ever see Norbs got robbed in a Lego stop animation film?
If I did, I probably just took it in stride with
Yeah.
But
well, here it is. Here it is to remind you. Okay, this is our friend Devin of Oxburger Studios, and he made this film called Lego Mountain Biking. I did a little voice for it, but there's a quick scene in here that's
no way
a reference to you. Unreal stop motion filmmaking from Devin. Go check out his YouTube channel. Yeah, it actually got hired by Lego in years following.
No way.
Yeah. So the story here is there you go.
Oh, there
it's
he is.
so quick. so quick. Can you go back? Did you catch that? Did you catch it?
That's awesome. I don't think I would have seen that actually.
Okay, so the story here is that a guy just leaves home with his bike. He leaves the garage. He goes for pause it there.
Oh my God.
He rides through the city and he passes by a bank. Keep in mind, this is all Lego. He passes by a bank. What do you see there?
Norb's Fine Goods, and there's a robber stealing from the store.
And the robber minifigure character has the classic $100 green Lego bill and a sack of cash.
That is hilarious.
Is there anything notable about the number? Is there anything about the number on his shirt?
23768.
Would that have been your like rider number or something?
No.
That's his iPhone password.
Yeah.
That's my debit pin.
I just love this, man. It's just like you riding your bike in Utah just made it into meme culture here.
Yeah, like that's
forever.
huge. That's huge. That's hilarious.
That's huge.
Just to be able to have somebody think about that and incorporate that into something where I have no context to this whatsoever until you add this.
Yeah.
It's just so cool.
That's awesome.
I love it.
Now you got to open Norb's Fine Goods.
Yeah.
Yeah. And get robbed.
What would you sell at Norb's Fine Goods?
Ooh, maybe electrical supplies. No, that's boring.
Well, then you'd have to call it like electrical goods or something.
Right. Yeah, fine goods.
Sandwiches.
Sandwiches. Robbery items.
Do we have another video? No, that's it. So Norbs got robbed. Do people like yell that to you in the street now? Like, when they see it, I'm guessing now it's died down, but I don't know. I guess like in the years when it was fresh, were people just screaming it out to you or what?
I've had that happen, yeah. And I've even had people, like bump me in the line and be like, "You got robbed." I'll be like, "Yeah, thanks," because I'm not ready for it. But yeah, I just have people just say it to me. I've had that on many occasions, even in places where I'm not, like if I'm in like Vancouver or somewhere at the mall and someone happens to recognize me and they just like give the head nod, "You got robbed." It kind of blows my mind. But yeah, I do get that. It's pretty funny.
I love it.
I never really know what to say though.
Yeah.
Other than, like,
that was my next question. What do you say?
Yeah, I'm just like, "Thanks, that's hilarious that you recognize."
You should pretend you're still really mad about it. Like, fuck, I know. Yeah. Really commit. Wow, this guy's bitter.
Sign my petition.
It's been 11 years.
I can't imagine you getting worked up over it. You're just such a happy guy. Always laughing, always smiling.
Yeah, not too much gets me worked up.
Yeah. Why? Like, I was saying, okay, so Dave says, "Who's Kyle Norbraten?" I'm teaching him who you are, and the first thing I say is, "He's got the most iconic laugh ever." He laughs, and you just want to laugh, and everybody in the room's laughing.
Yeah.
Also, what did Alonzo say?
I don't know. What did he say?
We said, "Hey, Alonzo, you've seen the sickest edit ever?" And he's like, "Oh, he's the handsome guy."
Oh, yeah. I said, "No, that's me." No, he's referring to you. Yeah, Alonzo, you want to weigh in here?
Now you're talking.
I saw the video like 10 years ago, and I just remember thinking like, that guy looked like you hired an actor, like an actual movie star.
Oh, wow.
Man, that's so cool.
We're buttering your bread today. Eh?
Yeah, amazing, huh?
You guys are too kind. Too kind.
Oh,
I thought that was Jason's role though. Like
what?
The stud.
Oh, Dios mío.
Did it just get 10 degrees hotter in here? Or is it both of us?
There was a couple other videos that we could have pulled up. Why not? It was shit people say at Crankworks, and then the other one was the April Fool's one. I feel like there's a couple Norb funny moments in there for sure.
Yeah.
Can you look up the April Fool's one? So this one, I don't know. I just was making an April Fool's video for NSMB.
Yeah.
And I just needed some people to take part, and I asked you guys, and you guys were always happy to help out.
Keen for something funny.
April Fools.
And the premise behind this one was it starts off with normal, friendly, kind of like harmless pranks, and then it just devolves into evil.
Just escalates.
Yeah.
Celebrated on the 1st of April. It is a day for jokes,
This
pranks,
is
and good old
Dave. Yeah, what was his name?
Dick Pugh.
Dick Pugh. R.I.P. He's no longer with us.
There are a wide variety of creative
Great
pranks
voice.
your riding buddies are sure to fall for. So
name was
let's
Dick
get started.
Pugh?
All I want to see is
Timing is
I just want to see Norb's duct taped to the tree.
That's
pretty much all I'm looking forward to here.
Rings and with a dab of grease, put them into the handlebar. And
It's funny, people are still watching this, and there's
the grease wears off.
There you go.
Inexplicable rattle will bring your friend's bike with saran wrap.
Here we go.
This seems like a nightmare.
That's why you duct
Pause that. We legit duct taped you to a tree.
Yeah, I remember that actually. Yeah, because it was actually hard to breathe because we had to duct tape me so tight to it that it was like, I was like, "Okay, guys, I think the joke's over."
Cut me out.
I think they loved it.
Oh man, this is good times.
Should we play a little game?
I'd love to play a game. Norbs?
You like
Norby,
games?
as they call him. Would you like to play a game?
Is it the speech jammer?
No, it's not the speech jammer. Hey, wait a second. You said you listened to the podcast.
Yeah, wait a second.
The speech jammer would be much better. We did that, right?
We were doing that when we were saying "Hear the Ava," shooting the segment, and that was insane.
Oh my God. That's how long ago it was. That was like the YouTube Space LA times, because that's when we first discovered the speech jammer. Yeah, and then I threw it together in the hotel room, and that was the best.
Yeah, that was so funny.
And sadly, it's not. That would be much better.
It's definitely not the game. Well, the game we do have is called This
Or That,
where you guessed, Kyle Norbraten, picks between two answers, this or
that.
Yeah, there you go.
Okay, well, yeah.
Okay, do you understand? Do you understand the rules?
Okay, this or that.
Yeah. Okay. I will play the music. Question 1: photo shoot or video shoot?
Video shoot.
Oh, nice.
Question 2:
No one ever says that.
monkey wearing a hat or donkey wearing a tie?
Donkey wearing a tie.
Oh, no one ever says that.
Riding in the forest or riding in the desert?
Riding in the desert.
Piss a marble or poop a baseball?
Oof, poop a baseball.
360 drop or flip step down?
Oh, flip step down.
Prince George or Sunshine Coast?
Sunshine Coast.
Jumps or steeps?
Steeps.
Power or loam?
Loam.
Mud in the eye or rock in the shoe?
Mud in the shoe. Oh.
What?
Hey, you this or thatted.
Yeah. Whatever. Sunrise or sunset?
Sunset.
Garfinkel's or Longhorn?
Longhorn.
Dick-sized nipples or nipple-sized dick?
Your mom's not listening to this shit. Or,
Nipple-sized dick.
What?
So you're done having children.
Rollerbladers or scooters?
Oh, scooters.
Mr. PG or Final Cut Bro?
Final Cut Bro.
No, I think
Spaghetti for hair or ketchup for tears?
Ketchup for tears.
29-inch or mullet?
Mullet.
Going raw or more roost?
More roost.
420 or 69?
69.
Flat tire or getting electrocuted?
Flat tire.
Rampage or Chatel Mountain Style?
Ooh, Rampage.
And finally, riding fast or eating ass?
Riding fast.
Holy smokes! That was rated PG.
Holy man.
Oh,
Wait, we never even talked about the PG thing, the PG man, right?
What do you mean?
Did we ever? We never pulled up the PG man. Pull him up. And
oh yeah, it was Dave's fun fact.
Yeah, Dave had a fun fact.
Yeah, we're blasting too fast ahead.
Norbs, can you tell us what Mr. PG is?
I can tell you what it is.
No, let Norbs tell us, and then you say the fun fact.
Yeah. Mr. PG is like Prince George's.
No, don't Google it. Don't YouTube it. Sorry.
It's on a video.
Sorry, go on, Norbs.
Well, Mr. PG is Prince George's like mascot, like his like right when you roll into town, there's this giant logman statue. This is what represents Prince George.
It's like the most famous landmark, I'm guessing.
Yeah, it's like PG's landmark.
There it is.
Oh, look at him.
What an ugly.
He's huge.
This is so like. What do you think? Ugly? Does it look cool? Is it
cool?
Wholesome?
It's funny. It's funny because I grew up driving past this and seeing it, every other day. Actually, you can almost see. I live right below where the flagpole is pointing, but at those hills. That's like where I started mountain biking.
Oh wow,
that's so funny.
Yeah, it's kind of. He just represents Prince George as like the logging town industry that it is.
Well, it looks like he said, "Come to Prince George. It's a great place to live," and then his nose grew. What's with the long nose?
Accurate.
Real.
It's a big piece of firewood.
Oh, okay.
Pinocchio energy.
All right. So, do you still have a fun fact, or did he? What were you gonna say?
Mr. PG, the iconic statue in Prince George, was originally constructed as a symbol for the city's participation in the 1963 Canada-wide centennial celebrations.
Okay.
The statue was built in just 4 days and was initially made of wood and paper mache. However, after its debut, Mr. PG became so beloved by the community that a more permanent and sturdier version was made using fiberglass.
Wow.
So what's the joke?
Paper mache, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
So this, I think, is the paper mache version.
What?
That's a terrifying Mr. PG.
Scary.
Yeah, he doesn't even have a flag.
Yeah, he looks pretty scary.
Are what do you call the people who live in Prince George? Prince Georgians?
Sounds
Georges?
Right.
Just Georges?
Georgians.
Georgites?
Georgites?
Georgites.
Are they proud of this thing? They think it's ugly. Is there like a petition to get this out of there, or what? Chop down, turn into firewood?
I don't know. I think people love it. I think that the town loves it. I've never heard anyone, say that they don't like it, or I've never heard anyone say that they think it's ugly
until now.
Until you
Like,
guys.
I don't know.
We've just lost all our Prince George.
I don't know anything about Prince George, but I know this image.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
It's good marketing.
It's something.
That's
It
great.
is quite iconic.
Yeah, it's great. It's great.
Yeah.
As we wrap up here, I wanted to ask you a quick question. Have you ever smelled smelling salts?
I'd have to say probably no.
You want to give it a whiff? I'll give it a whiff first.
It's not like
it's a new
smelling
segment.
wasabi, is it?
And maybe
Do you have to re-add water to it though?
I don't. No.
No.
I don't think so.
No, you don't. Nope.
Are you gonna make me?
Would you like to smell it? Okay, so just kind of.
Like how close?
Yep.
Was it as bad as last
Yeah, just slowly.
Whoa.
Dave, Jason, you need a whiff?
No, I'm good.
Come on, just take a little hit. Take a little hit.
Nah, I'm good.
It smells like hair dye. Like when you get your hair bleached.
Yeah.
Or you just die. Oh, he's crying. Norb's just crying on the pod. It's okay, man. It's almost over. Swear to God.
I was robbed.
You want a sandwich?
Hockey smells. Oh, what?
Yeah, take a sandwich. All right. Well, that brings us to the end of the pod. Oh God, don't put it in your mouth, Norbs. Got robbed of a sandwich.
Is this my souvenir?
That you
have to give back.
Yeah, it's your souvenir for the next 2 minutes.
Yeah. Thanks, guys.
That's it, man. Anything you want to promote, or how can people find you?
Think just catch me on Instagram, Colin Norbraten.
Yep. Watch the Sickest set ever.
Yeah, watch the Sickest set ever.
Buy the movies. Watch the Coastal Crew.
Yeah.
Do the deep dive.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Go into the archives. Go back to 2010 and start there, because that's where the quality is. Yeah. Anything. Yeah.
Well, thanks for always being such a friendly, warm guy. We were like true Groms when we first met.
Totally.
And you guys welcomed us with open arms, and to the point where you let us direct a segment of your film, of your movie.
Yeah.
You guys put a lot of trust in us, so it's really cool.
Well, we sniffed out the talent.
and the smelling salts.
And the smelling salts.
Just cuts you. Thanks for having me, guys. It's an honor to be here. My first podcast, and
number one feeding off each other podcast in the world.
Mm-hmm.
It's true.
Mm-hmm.
It is.
Yep. Oh, hey, play that soundbite one more time.
Feeding off each other.
Can you name that clip?
Feeding off each other.
Come on.
Oh, that's Matt Hunter. Yeah, and it was probably like Seasons or something.
Yeah, it was.
There you go. Ding, 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 ding.
That's so good.
All right, that has been another episode of Feeding Off Each Other. Leave us a review. Leave us a speak pipe. Norbs, leave us a voicemail if you're feeling up to it. We would love that so much. All you do is you go to speakpipe.com/feedingoffeachother, and you just hit a button and record. And if you mess it up, you can try again.
Okay.
But leave us something. Leave us something silly. It would make us so happy.
Nice.
Even if you just laughed for like 30 seconds, that would be great.
Yeah.
Nothing but laughs.
Love it. That'd be awesome.
Awesome. Yeah, I'll do that.
And that's it. Another day, another podcast, boys.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Thanks, guys.
All right. You freaking Joeys. Let's get out of here. Let's go to the bike park. Let's take Dave to the bike park. Let's go talk about this. Let's make a plan.
All right. And as always.
We definitely fed off each other.
Thank you for listening to Feeding Off Each Other. Please subscribe for more great podcasts.